Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 2 with the New Nations mod as the Tukulur Empire. In the last episode we've just been waiting at peace for our infamy to decline so that we can declare another war on Watara to conquer them completely, which is the last condition we have to fulfill in order to be able to reform the Mali Empire. That or ally them, but our relations are very low with them, so it seems most likely that conquest is the best way for that to happen. Especially since we have a gauche buffoon as our first minister, who is further reducing our gain of Diplo points. So we'll need to be below 3 infamy to be completely safe, justifying that war. And acquire state CB by Spain against by Spain against France. Okay. So not content with the war, or the land that they got from them previously in a crisis resolution, they're justifying another war to take more land. France down to 4th place. From, I think they were in 1st place for a long time. And the UK has added Egypt to their sphere in their war. Ethiopia also won their war against Egypt, I guess, to take the cores that they had up there. In fact, we might be able to do better than cholera spreads, do better than the conquest CB against Watara if we wait until after we westernize, which will be with the next reform, whichever one it is. I think we'll get a better CB against them, maybe, if we're a civilized nation. Foreign trading post. Despite the obvious rightness of our country's trade policies, greater amounts of foreign goods could be useful, and elements within our administration have suggested setting up a limited trading post in one of our coastal cities, where foreign ships can moor and trade without compromising the cultural integrity of the Tukulur Empire. Okay, so we can have pops in one of our regions lose consciousness and militancy, or we can get them to have lower life needs, increase their militancy and consciousness, and become more reactionary. I will just say no, I think. It's probably not really a big deal either way. UK accepted the offer of peace from Spain. What war was that? Was that Spain's war against Morocco? No, I think that ended previously. No, it could have been, because the UK is friendly with Morocco, so they could have intervened in that war. Shanti, our best friend. They have been pretty steadfast allies to us. Not that we've called them into many wars. Okay, cholera is spreading further. Almost as if it was a contagious disease. Ottomans still having trouble with Jacobin rebels. And Bulgaria is apparently partially independent. Not sure how long that has been the case. I'm not really sure what's going on here that's unusual. I think many of these nations start independent, so they've been conquered by the Netherlands at some point. Cilicia. I guess this is another nation trying to get liberated from the Ottomans. Well, let's see what happens there. Nothing too unusual, I think, happening in South America. Peru has become a satellite of Spain, as we noted, or we took note of the war that caused that to happen at least. Clash of ideals. Tukular intellectuals have clashed with members of the aristocracy in Segu. Alright, so Pops in Eastern Mali are going to become more liberal and gain militancy. So Japan is backing the UK and the Ottomans. Sweden... Oh, Germany has gone on the UK side as well, so looks like Silesia is not going to get liberated here. Outbreak of tuberculosis. We just have all kinds of infectious diseases, don't we? So Pops in Tukular Senegal, reduced by 4% and lose militancy. Okay. And that crisis ended in white peace. Not unexpectedly. So I think there's very little point now in actually increasing relations with Watara further. Have they been increasing relations with us? They do increase naturally, but I don't remember what they were at previously. They might have been increasing a bit quicker than that would account for. Though I would think we'd get notifications about it. As we are apparently about Calabar, whoever they are. Are they somewhere near here? Ah, down here, okay. So I'll probably get whatever is the cheapest reform next. I think 10,000 is pretty much the going rate for all of these. But any of them will give us 10% civilization progress, which is what we need to finally westernize. Actually, admin reform is a bit less than 10,000. These ones are more expensive. Okay, cholera spreading. Actually, all of them have dropped a bit below 10,000. Japanese Civil War. Still no real sign of either side winning in the fight to sphere us between the UK and France. Though the UK does have a slight advantage right now. It seems like they're not actually focusing on it 100%. They seem to be stopping and starting. If they really went for it, I think they could sphere us now, actually. They probably want to get to 65, then ban France, and that should give them a big enough window to get to 100 again. But I don't really know how good the AI is at managing their influence. They might not be able to do that. Foreign trading post, again. I think we'll again just say no to it. And we're down to 3.4 infamy, so actually only 4 or 5 months. And we should be able to go to war. With any luck, we won't get anything close to 22 infamy anyway. I am strongly inclined to wait until we westernize and see if we get access to a better CB, though. Could save us a lot of infamy, potentially. Probably the smart decision. I shouldn't let my desire to my desire to form the Mali Empire as soon as possible cause me to make bad decisions, I suppose. So although we could start justifying a war now, it does make more sense to wait until we westernize. It won't take that long, we're up to 6,000. Two-thirds of the way there. Oh, and Italy's taking more of their cores from Austria-Hungary. Just Istria, it seems. They have at least one more core, I think, after that down here. And France declared war on Spain. Interesting. Liberation of Aquitaine. Not vice versa, since we know that Spain was fabricating a CB against France. Okay, Spain wants military access, I guess we'll allow it. And Spain do have Russia on their side. Also Peru and the Netherlands. France have Portugal and Luxembourg. Cholera is spreading even further. Seems like Spain certainly has the numbers advantage on their side with Russia's troops, though not sure whether Russia can actually get troops across here. Netherlands wants access, I guess we'll allow it. Also France. May as well. Stay on their good side. Sure, Portugal, no problem. Seems like Austria-Hungary is winning pretty substantially against France, mostly from battles, and they've added war goals of their own. They want South Tyrol back, and Venetia. Seems like France is taking the early lead in the Spanish War as well. At least in the occupations. Anti-foreign revolt. The foreigners have gone too far. Their missionaries spread false teachings, subverting our people and our national unity. They break our customs, and their opium clouds our minds. At least that is the message you will get if you ask the people in Gen, where anti-foreign sentiments have been running high for the past months. So Pops in Eastern Mali will gain 5 militancy, that's a lot. And become more reactionary. Okay. So it seems like, at least for now, Russia hasn't gotten troops across. They could actually do it with access only through Germany, though I suspect they might not have the relations necessary to do that. Well, we'll see how it goes. We are up to 8,000 research points. So not too long to go now. Spain still has a decent-sized army, so they haven't lost all their troops or anything. The fight against progress. Tukular reactionaries have begun heated debates in one of our states, arguing that Tukular Empire should not be slavishly seeking to chase after civilized nations. Indeed, that already Tukular Empire has gone too far down the path of degradation, and that the Tukular people suffer for it. They are calling on the government to repeal reforms, or at the very least, slow down the rapid pace of change. They are gaining a wide audience. Arrest the agitators, we cannot slow progress. We get Nothing Stops Progress until November 1880, giving militancy and consciousness increases. Local or open revolt in Nioro. Pups in Nioro will gain militancy, or we can ignore them, which still does the open revolt thing, but for less militancy. Or we will slow down progress for the good of the Tukular Empire, giving us minus 0.25 research points, lower militancy, and they'll still gain, or they'll get consciousness instead of militancy. Well, we are very close to finishing westernization. Probably slowing down our research point gain slightly is not going to actually affect it too much. So I think we'll do this. Clash of ideals. Okay, so pops in Eastern Mali become more liberal and gain militancy. And Greece has declared war on the Ottomans. Interesting. They have the UK backing them up. So they just want Ottoman Thessalia, or Thessalia. Yep, France still pretty comfortably winning this war. And Italy doing very badly in there as they've lost 50 war score worth of battles at least. Though, okay, Russia pieced out Luxembourg. Though they're going to need to, or Austria's going to have to do a lot of occupations to actually get the 2 war goals they've added, which seems a little much. Would have been better off adding just 1, I think. Our First Minister has been assassinated. Great, he was pretty bad. And France has gotten Aquitaine back from Spain. Okay, famine strikes state. We can spend money to aid those starving or not. We'll spend some money. We have a new First Minister, which reduces factory throughput, increases RGO throughput, and increases farm and mine size. Okay. That is fine. And we are just about at the number of research points we need, so we'll just go ahead and get administrative reforms and fully embrace Western ideas. This will give us access to the technological advances from around the world. Our country is under intellectual assault by modernity in the Western world in the fields of modern technology, industry, and military theory. The old traditions and institutions no longer serve us as they used to. Everywhere we turn, Western influences spread like wildfire through our nation, our population, and our souls. If we are to remain what we always have been, and not become something else entirely, now is the time to assume control of our destiny. It has become apparent to the leading members of our intellectual elite that the only way to turn the tide on the Western Leviathan is to swim with it. For as Sun Tzu says, the reed that bends before the wind also offers a form of resistance. Wagons west. We gain 10 prestige. We lose educational reform, Western influences, and memorial to foreign diplomat. And we have access to all the usual reforms, and also to technology. So we gain the level 1 techs in most of these, a couple of level 2 in culture, and we do not have experimental railroad in industry. Alright. So what to do first? Empiricism might make sense to increase our gain of research points. So I think we'll go ahead and start researching that. And we have decisions available to sign the Geneva Convention. I think we'll hold off on doing that in case we need to lose 1 infamy for some reason. Let's see what CBs we have available now. In fact, we can do Establish Protectorate for only 15 infamy, so I guess it was worth it to wait for the reduction of infamy there. So we'll fabricate that war justification, but we'll have to do it in the next episode, and also some other things to take care of, like our increased national focuses, but we are out of time, so we'll continue next time. So thanks for watching. Join me again then.